It's funny, yesterday I got a comment on one of my videos that just said, too old to skateboard, and I just thought, man, what a miserable cunt. So the troll comments and messages have never really bothered me at all, to be honest. You know, when I was first starting out on YouTube, I would hear my favorite YouTubers talk about what they have to deal with, and hearing all those things for these people that I think are incredible creators, I thought for myself, well, I better buckle up because I'm at nowhere near the level that they're at. Something interesting I heard that I really took in was that trolls and these people, they don't tell you who you are. No one can tell you who you are. They're telling you who they are. So in this instance, the guy that thinks I'm too old to be skating, obviously he stopped having fun at some certain age and he thinks everyone else should be doing the same. And well, I think my personal opinion is, fuck that. So today I'm off to Phra Kanom. I'm gonna go catch up with some friends, have some lunch out there, and I'll be going for a skate as well. And we'll also be discussing why Thailand attracts so many grumpy old men. So I haven't actually spent much time in this place before, but I'm really curious to check it out. I've been recommended a great place to go for lunch, so I will be definitely checking that out. Now, I do understand that any topic discussed online will draw a certain amount of negative people and negativity and all that crap. That's just how the internet works. But I do think Thailand seems to draw a little bit more of a toxic crowd than other topics discussed. If you have ever been on the cesspool of human waste that is the Facebook comment section of a Bangkok expats group, dear God, that is insane. So I joined one of those groups, much like most people thinking naively that would be a place you could go to for advice. You could speak to experienced people that have lived here for a long time and learn the ways of things and how things work here. But that is not the case. Instead, it's just a toxic place where people just go trash each other in the comments for asking reasonable questions. I mean, it's not all. There are some good people and some good answers in there, but the majority of it is just, God, it's worth a read for sure. So something that I do wonder is how people got to this stage. You know, I imagine the majority of expats that moved out here were happy to live here. We love Thailand, that's why we come here, that's why we want to be here. But something's gone wrong. Obviously along the way you become more and more jaded, and eventually you just end up becoming sour and bitter about everything really. So for me, when I think about in my time living here, almost 3 years now, what are the things that bug me? Is it enough to make me jaded? It's things like, you know, the sidewalks drive me nuts, especially being a skater, but just the constant having to watch where you're going and trying to navigate your way between trees and poles and holes and electrical wires. It can be quite draining. You've also got the taxi drivers, which drive me nuts, and I've been in several heated arguments before over taxi shit. You know, that does definitely wear down on you, and especially in Bangkok where Grab and Bolt are really difficult to use lately. And then I think the only other challenge for me is language barrier stuff, but that's entirely on me because I'm living in Thailand and I don't speak Thai fluently. So I get that. Are those things enough to become jaded, to be a deal breaker? Absolutely not. The positives for me far outweigh the negatives. You know, Thailand has amazing food. The people are just an absolute delight here. It's really an amazing place to live. Now, I do think, generally speaking, the crowd in Pattaya is a little bit more friendly. It's more older people and more retired people. Bangkok is where you really feel this, and it's something I noticed back during COVID when I lived here, is that there was no tourism. You know, the borders were closed. Everyone that lived here were all expats. And if I would walk down the street and walk past another foreigner, you could say smile or say hello or whatever, and you would just get these weird like death stares back from people. And I just couldn't understand it when I first moved here. Now I just realize people here are grumpy for whatever reason. Actually, I know the reasons. But anyway, first lunch, and then I'm going to show you something really cool. So I have come around to a place called At Narong. It's a night bazaar basically. Here in the evenings, this whole area opens up. There's like markets, bars, live music, little restaurants as you can see. It's a great place. It's a local spot for Thai people to come hang out. And you can get really good food for really cheap. So this giant curry was just 50 baht. Oh yeah. Thank you. Oh yeah, awesome lunch. This place is definitely worth checking out. I'll leave a link for them down in the description. So to answer the whole like too old to skate thing, I think that statement is just absolutely ridiculous. I think as long as you find something fun, you should keep doing it. As long as you find it fun, I don't think age should stop you from doing anything that you want to do until you, I guess, physically can't do it anymore. So for me, I don't feel any different now than I did when I was 20 years old or whatever. So why not keep skating? And also for me, there's so many benefits to doing this. I feel great when I do it. It's good for my health, it's good exercise. I mean, I hate going to the gym. This is a really fun way for me to exercise. I love anything that gives you that rush of adrenaline, and here living in Bangkok in a major city, I can't get on a dirt bike easily or whatever, and this is just super easy. When I want, I can just grab the skateboard. There's a ton of skate parks here in Bangkok and plenty of little street places near where I live that I can skate at as well. I know I'm not alone with this because I notice online there's a real movement. I'm seeing lots of people in their 30s and 40s and even older getting into skating or getting back into skating. There's tons of videos on YouTube and Instagram, and it's really cool and inspiring to watch. And I just think it's awesome when people do whatever they enjoy. So for me personally, I have no desire to be amazing. This, what are we, 6 stairs behind me here? I will never jump off this. I have no desire to ever do that. For me, it's just about having fun, doing tricks that are within my capabilities. Nothing that's gonna ultimately end up putting me at risk of like majorly breaking bones or whatever. So for me, I'm just doing fun things, getting better, working on technique, and I enjoy that. When I was younger, I was into skating. I wasn't that good. I was just into too many things. I was into skating, bikes, BMX, dirt bikes, cars, girls, party, everything. You know, it's just too many things. And now I'm just able to enjoy it for how it should be. Just having fun out on the board, doing something healthy, doing something positive. So for me personally, it doesn't matter how old I am, as long as I'm still enjoying it, why wouldn't I do it? So I have now come around to Wat Paknam. I met my girlfriend, we've come here. This is home of this gigantic Buddha statue. It is quite the spectacle. I've been here once before, but it's amazing to come down here. Honestly, the camera doesn't do justice to the size of this thing. So why is Thailand full of grumpy old men? I think the answer is, it's not full of grumpy old men obviously, but I think there is a lot of people here that aren't necessarily happy. I think people move here thinking that it's just going to instantly improve their lives, and if you're not happy before you come here, living in a foreign country where you don't speak the language that presents all sorts of new challenges, it's not going to fix that. I think another thing is the lifestyle people live when they move out here. You know, I've spoken in recent videos about people getting sucked into that bar scene and alcoholism, and that's just self-destructive behavior basically. What I do think is important is to do things like skating, if that's what you enjoy, exercise, taking care of yourself, taking care of your health. And now I've come down to this beautiful temple with my girlfriend. It's a Buddha day, and we're doing things like releasing fish and birds that have significant meanings, and you can make prayers and wishes from that. But doing things like this is really wholesome and it's good for you, along with, you know, skating for me, or exercise in general. So I think if people can take care of these things more, you will avoid that grumpy old man syndrome. So to the guy that says I'm too old to skate, I may be getting older, but I'm happy.